I am Advocate Dr. Ashok Yende, Managing Partner Yende Legal Associates, former Professor and Head Department of Law, University of Mumbai, Founder Director, University of Mumbai Law Academy, Member of the IQC Committee, Government Law College, Mediator, Maharashtra State Consumer Commission. Friends, we are preparing this video to enlighten common people about the scope of the career law, the modalities and the procedural aspects if anybody is interested in joining the career in law. So we have divided this topic into two parts. In the part of the career in law, in the first part of the career in law, I am going to deal with and discuss about cases like whether BBLLB or BBLLB which are available, what are the requirements, eligibility for joining the courses, whether through CET or the CLAT, then institutions of higher learning available in the country, and what are the avenues and the opportunities which are available in career in law. In the second part, we are going to discuss, we are going to interact with the students of law who are actually undergoing the process of the law. India has got a largest network next to United States about the legal professional legal education. Maybe there are more than around 26, 27 national universities, many leading private law colleges and many traditional colleges. And then we have got more than 15 lakhs advocates registered at the national level, and Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa, it has registered more than 2 lakhs 30,000 advocates. So you see such a biggest network in this country with so many competent and the senior lawyers. Now, I want to know from the students actually who are pursuing law as a career, who are pursuing law program, law degree program. I want to know their perspective of why they intend to join the program. So we have got with three students, they are from the Maharashtra National University, Mumbai. And since they are the internists working in the Indian Legal Associates, we want to discuss about their perspective, why they intend to join law as a career and pursue law as a career. So coming to Urja, we have got Urja, Kranti and Gayatri. Now coming to Urja, I want to ask why you plan to join law as a career, whether it's by your choice or by compulsion or its own decision.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the question. Law
Yeah.
was definitely a choice for me. When I was around 13 or 14 years of age, I read a book by an American lawyer, John Grisham, titled The Confession. It talked about a crime which was committed by a white guy, but a black man was convicted for it and awarded the death penalty. Now it went into the racial tensions between the blacks and the whites in the USA. It also talked about how once someone is awarded the death penalty, once someone is given the death penalty, they cannot be brought back, even if they are proven innocent the very next day itself. This book piqued my interest in criminal law. Then I grew up, I read more about criminal law in India. I read about how 67% of prisoners in India are actually under trials. This implies that they are being punished for a crime which is not yet proven they have committed, which is not yet proven they are guilty of. I want to bring about justice to as many of those people as possible, and that was a major reason why I chose law.
So coming to Kranti, why you want to pursue or intend to join law as a career?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the question. From my earlier years also, I was interested in the social studies, and which encouraged me to do more studies and research on it. And also, I choose the humanities as a subject. That's why in the humanities subject, further I got more engaged, and it influenced me for to take this as a career. And my father, who is also still a practicing lawyer, who also encouraged me and who is still guiding me in this, and from my very early stages I used to see him, and from his career I understand and learn that in this field there are many pending cases as well. Also many of the injustices are happening in day to day basis, and many of the not there are people who are engaging in this career, but they are not to the fullest. The people should contribute more. So the many areas are there in which many other areas that people don't know more about this career, that yeah, this you can take this as a career. So yes, this is the field I choose.
Good.
Thank you.
Now coming to Gayatri, again she is from third year Maharashtra National University. Same common question I am asking, that why you intend to join law as a career?
Thank you for the question, sir. Since the very beginning, I was very interested in human interpersonal interactions, and I feel like law is a profession that is rooted into human personal interactions. I've always been interested in human behavior, and I thought this would be a profession that would be good to explore the same. Apart from that, courts are for the people, lawyers and judges are for the people, but majority of the people cannot access justice because of certain obstacles that are there. So I want to act as a means through which these people will be able to access justice. So that being the major reason why I wanted to join law as a profession.
Now, various students join legal institutions at various levels, of course, through either CLAT is the national level, through consortium of the national universities, state level, it is called as CET. Various autonomous and private colleges, they have got their own entrance examinations. You may be aware about all these things. So, depending on your choice, and then of course depending on your percentage, what you secured in that particular competitive examination. So anyhow, but these girls are very fortunate that they got admission in a very prestigious Maharashtra National University, Mumbai. So I just want to ask a question coming from Urja, that why you have chosen the Maharashtra National University, Mumbai as your institution for pursuing career as well.
Yes, sir. So, as the name suggests, Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai is a national law university. This implies that it provides centralized and systematic legal education. We can compare NLUs with IITs, the place which IITs hold for technical and engineering education, the same place NLUs hold when it comes to legal education. The BCI itself is very involved in the functioning of the NLUs. And coming to MNLU Mumbai specifically, the Honorable Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, is the Chancellor of Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai. Adding on to that, even the Vice Chancellor is appointed, selected by a scrutiny committee consisting of senior High Court, Supreme Court judges, as well as senior academicians. And because of that, we have got good experienced Vice Chancellors. Now we
Yeah.
have Dr. Dilip Ukhe as a Vice Chancellor. Along with that, in MNLU Mumbai, from the very first semester itself, along with social science subjects, legal subjects are taught to the students. This provides an integrated social science and legal understanding to the students.
So, Urja, you mentioned about this integrated 5 years course, particularly law with the social sciences, and it's a very good. I appreciate that more actually. Even when I was professor, I used to appreciate this initiative of the Bar Council of India and national universities. Now, can you precisely mention some examples how law combined with the social sciences will benefit the students?
Yes, sir. Coming to examples, for example, if a case is about deciding the quantum of compensation, and a, a judge or a lawyer who has studied both economics and law, they can use their legal education as well as their economic education to come to an understanding of what would be the exact quantum of compensation, which would be just in that particular case. Now, taking another example, which we can take from the criminal side. Suppose a person is found guilty of an offense, and the question is now about deciding the just quantum of punishment, whether it would be 3 years or 7 years or whatever the just quantum of punishment is. Then a judge who has studied social sciences, specifically psychology, can go into the exact circumstances of the case with their psychological as well as their legal understanding, legal education, and find out the just quantum of the case.
Very good. Now, Urja has rightly mentioned about these integrated and multidisciplinary courses. And at the national level and the global level also, you will find now it's a everywhere you will find the multidisciplinary aspect, because one subject is connected with the whether the law is with the health, law is with the medicine, law with the science. It was not there in our times because it was law was the last option in our times. But now these integrated multidisciplinary courses have a great impact. And Urja has given some examples how by pursuing this multidisciplinary course you can become a good advocate and a good judge, and you will be able to give a proper justice to the your victims. Then coming to Pranti, why you have joined Maharashtra National University, how it differentiate from the other things?
So coming into my reasoning, I also agree with Urja, whatever she said. Also, the National University also provides a very systematic kind of education, and also they focuses more on the academic purpose of the students as compared to other universities which I have seen. And also the National University provides the curricular activities which are time to day, basically, which are time to updated, and the curricular activities are which leads other peoples to engage also. And the from the very earlier years, people are the students are made aware to get engaged in the curricular activities. The other seminars are also arranged, which are quite beneficial for us as a students. And the another reason I would like to say is the National University is situated in the Mumbai itself, and in the Mumbai, it is very easy access for the National High Court. Uh, and
High
the
Court.
Yes, the High Court, and the people, the
Headquarters of the
students,
High Court is at Mumbai. That's right.
yes, students can interact in the High Courts, and it is quite easy access for them. For their practicing lawyers also, for the practicing students, or if the students want to join in the corporate, also the most of the good firms are situated in the Mumbai itself. So this is the advantages for the National University students.
So now, Gayatri, what we want to say about this? Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, one more advantage about something that national law universities have different from the other law colleges is that, for example, MNLU Mumbai has different centers for different areas of law. For example, we have a center for maritime law, we have a center for air and space law, we have a center for mediation arbitration, or a center for clinical legal education. So these centers function and focus, they are focused towards that particular area of law. So any student that has a particular interest in that area can join the center and work under it. Apart from that, the MLU Mumbai, we get to learn about research a lot. For example, we have an extra credit course of academic writing in which we are taught the foundations and basics of research, be it from the choosing a topic to reviewing literature to how to write a research paper. We are taught all of that. So I guess in MNLU Mumbai, I get to learn a lot about how to draft a research paper, how to research. So these are the skills that are taught in MNLU Mumbai, which is, I think, an advantage of over other law universities that are there.
Thank you. So, friends, now we are coming to the next point. See, legal profession has become very demanding profession, and legal education has undergone paradigm shift. After this, as rightly said by Urja, multidisciplinary and integrated 5 years course. So it has gone tremendous changes, whether curricular and other aspects. And you have seen these young students of law, they have got different perspective. They are aspiring to be going beyond out of box and do something different than the traditional legal education. So naturally, everything has to be changed. Time is changed. There is a globalization, internationalization. So with this change in the times, has to be change in the structure of the legal education, and that is what these young people, young students feel about the legal education and how it has to be revisited, it has to be restructured. That I want to ask. Now, starting with the Gayatri, what do you feel about this reform in the legal education?
To answer this question, sir, I would like to point out that our university has a concept of student bar council, which consists of elected representatives of the students. It acts as a uh, it acts as a mediation. It acts as a mediator between the administration and the students. I feel like these student bar councils that universities have shouldn't just be limited to one their particular university. They should also interconnect with each other, not just the national law universities but with other law colleges as well, so that there's an establishment of a corridor for the exchange of ideas, and so that the entire law community thrives together, and there's a better exchange of ideas and programs between these colleges. Apart from that, whatever centers that are functioning in various colleges as of now, most of their functioning is research based, it's theory based. I feel like if I am in any center, then my most of my work will be research based, but I would like to go out and visit the field. I would like to do the groundwork. I would like to talk to people who are actually working on the ground itself. So that is something that is lacking. If I am interested in criminal law and if I am interested in knowing in forensics, I should be able to go and visit a forensic lab. I should be able to go and talk to a forensic expert. So these things are lacking, because if I have to do this, I'll have to go out of my way, compromise on my academics perhaps, and then it's not a part of the curriculum is the problem, is what I'm saying. So I feel like all of these things should be a part of the curriculum, so that we don't have to compromise on our academics or our attendance to be able to understand all of the practical aspects of the profession.
So, Kranti, now do you feel that there need to be some changes in the structure of the curriculum?
Yes, sir. Actually, now mostly the universities focuses more on the academics, and the most university misses the practical approach of the study and the acknowledgement the student should have. The the student should make me aware about it. The practical acknowledgement like internships are important. The university should provide the internship as well. But internships are given, but I think the 1 month period is not enough, so it should be made with the curricular activity, so that it will, and also the it should not burden with the education, the academics, or and the internship. It should be properly managed, so that students will get the educational knowledge and also the practical knowledge, because in the future practical knowledge is more important. That's what I feel. And thus if and this should be given on the earlier stages, because if the students will get this in the earlier stages, then they will be more clarified about what they have to do in their career and what field they have to choose. So the earlier stages are way more important. Earlier stages internship, I would like to say. And also the seminar should be given to the students, that like to make it more aware, so that the marks should also be provided on the internship, such that on that at least the students will participate, and it will make them more aware about it. Also the reports, the student should it should be compulsory for the student, so that the students will make again they will be more aware because of the reports, and at least they will do, and they will that will be beneficial for the students and for ourselves itself. Thank you,
Very
sir.
good. So, Urja, what do you feel now? These two your friends, they have mentioned some reforms like that. And there is anything at the back of your mind that we need the regulations to be properly structured with the change in the times?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the question, sir. Talking specifically about NLUs, I think the common law admission test, that is the CLAT, tends to be extremely exclusionary. This is basically on two grounds. Firstly, it is administered only in the English language, and secondly, the fees for the registration form comes to around 4,000 rupees per person. This tends to exclude the masses of the country, and according to several reports, a majority of the students who clear CLAT are from urban, upper middle class, or upper class English speaking backgrounds, who have throughout their life have been educated in the English language, and this tends to exclude the masses of the country. This tends to exclude the people coming from rural, lower socioeconomic classes. And I feel like to address this problem, I feel like CLAT should be offered in regional languages as well. Along with that, the fees for the examination form should be reduced. Yes, sir.
Yes, so it's a good suggestion. All these young people, they have given their own good suggestions, good ideas. I always feel that young minds have got small ideas, but good ideas, and that idea can be subsequently converted and take a different shape, which may be beneficial for the institution, their own career, or even for the country and nation as such. Now, coming to another important issue, because all these students, they are taking law as a career, so naturally everything is there at the back of the mind. Sometimes they are of course guided by the teachers and the parents, but of course everything may not happen materialize, because everything is a probability. But there must be some plans in their minds why they have joined these institutions, with all spending so much of the money like that. So, starting with the Gayatri, I will ask, is there any plan you are thinking, or what is at the back of your mind about the future plans?
Yes, sir. So, like I mentioned, I would like to be the means in by which people will be able to get access to justice. Uh, what I mean is, a majority of many people in India are illiterate. So, given the illiteracy rate, they are not aware of their own rights. So, what I want to achieve, what I want the legal community to achieve, is that majority of people are acquainted with the law, are acquainted with their own rights. So, to make that happen, so I would like to. I'm thinking of becoming a human rights lawyer, where I mostly focus towards women and children rights. So, I'm thinking of making a career in that.
Yes, Kranti, what you feel?
Yes, sir.
Or any plans are there, or anything at least in your mind? Maybe
So
it
for
may be subject to changes.
for now, yet I have not decided, because I think the opportunities are vast. just you need to acknowledge the what field. But yeah, I will like to do the LLM, and after LLM there are also options like litigation, non-litigation. I can end up in the academics as well. In the non-litigation also there are the I can join the firms. The globally more firms are made aware, and yeah, I will aspire I can do the PhD as well. Yes.
So Urja, coming to Urja, yeah.
Yes, so as I pointed out, I have always been inclined towards criminal law. I'm also inclined towards constitutional law, so I'll probably go into litigation. Along with that, I also feel like many global corporations, as well as political dignitaries, celebrities, etc., also require legal representation. And I also feel like at the international level, we need more young lawyers representing India. So maybe someday I would like to represent India at the International Court of Justice, the United Nations, or the International Criminal Court.
Yeah, so friends, you have seen that it was very live interaction discussion about the legal education, because we, even as a professor, we taught students, but many times it is one-sided journey like that. We used to teach the students. Many times they have got their own perception. Many times they think what are their aspirations. We need to know about that. We want to change the structure of the legal education, revisit the legal education. We need to need to know the aspirations of the students, what they need, what are the requirements of the society. And then naturally this, because this is a great asset actually, legal services is one of the important basis of any country, any democratic country. Everything you need legal services, whether you go to the public sector, private sector, corporate, government sector, political level. Nowadays political level also, everything legal advice is very important, and also they are borrowing many experts for advising them. And not only that, as Urja and other students they have mentioned, that everything is subject to globalization. Global development is always influences the national development. National development always influences the local development, and that's why you have to consider all the aspects while considering the development of the legal education. Now, fortunately, there are good institutions which were not there in our times. So I understand, I appreciate like national universities and particularly Maharashtra National University Mumbai. But what are the aspirations that may not be part of the curriculum? But you need to know the aspirations of the student. Now we have seen that they want to know globally. They want to represent India in the International Court of Justice. They want to represent in the NGOs. Some they want to join the academics. Some may be going to social and political field. So knowing all these things, accordingly we can make the changes, and actually government will consider it, or our higher judiciary will consider all these things. So I think I thank all these three girls, Urja, Kranti, and Gayatri. They have taken time while doing internship in our law firm. They have taken the time, and also Rishikesh Dubey, who helped us in coordinating all this small video clip on the career in law young people. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.